Hey guys, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. The Zombicide 2nd edition on Kickstarter by Cool Minis or Not has finally ended, and like you, I'm back in the mood to play some older versions of Zombicide. I was reading the work in progress rules of the 2nd edition, and I was happy to see a more streamlined game. Today's video is going to show you the major differences between Zombicide Black Plague and Zombicide 2nd edition. Let's get started. The first difference that you'll find between Zombicide Black Plague and the 2nd edition is that Black Plague had Necromancers, where when they spawned, it would spawn a Necromancer along with a horde, and the Necromancer each turn would try to get closer and closer to the closest spawn point. When they got to the closest spawn point, they would create a permanent new spawn point for zombies. The second difference between the two games is that in Zombicide Black Plague, all melee weapons had the ability to break down doors. Some weapons required a roll, while others, like the axe, did not. In 2nd edition, only some melee weapons can open doors, but none of them require rolls. Speaking of weapons, in Black Plague, players start off with 6 weapons, 4 melee and 2 ranged, while in 2nd edition, players start off with 3 melee weapons and 3 ranged weapons. In Black Plague, when you open a door to a building, you will draw 1 zombie card for each room in the building. While in 2nd edition, you will only draw zombie cards for any dark areas. Another major difference between Black Plague and 2nd edition is that 2nd edition gets rid of the double spawn cards, which caused a lot of confusion and unnecessary complexity. One major difference between Black Plague and 2nd edition is that in 2nd edition, if a player shoots into a dark room, they must roll a 6 instead of whatever is listed on their ranged card. When shooting into a group of zombies, you had to go by ranged priority. In Black Plague, it would be in this order: Walker, Fatty, Runner, Abomination, and Necromancer. While in 2nd edition, this changes, and the ranged priority is Fatty and Abomination together, Walker, and then Runner. There is no Necromancers in 2nd edition. One of the hardest things to handle in early game in Black Plague was encountering an Abomination. Players would need to acquire both Dragon Bile and have a torch, use one action to drop the Dragon Bile, use a second action to use the torch, and that would destroy any zombies on the tile in which the bile was placed. 2nd edition makes this much easier by just having a Molotov cocktail. With a range of 1, they can throw and destroy any actors on one specific tile. Both Black Plague and 2nd edition has special powerful weapons. In Black Plague, to get these weapons, you would have to open a vault door, go into the vault, and perform a search action to obtain a relic weapon. While in 2nd edition, there will be these things called pimp crates, which will give you access to the strong weapons. You'll see that in Black Plague, characters have 2 hand slots, an armor slot, and 5 backpack slots. While in 2nd edition, players still have 2 hand slots, but no longer has an armor slot and only has 3 backpack slots instead. The last major difference between Black Plague and 2nd edition is that 2nd edition has both classic survivors and kid survivors. Kid survivors have 2 hit points rather than 3 hit points, and all of them have a free additional skill, Slippery, which allows them to move out of their zone without additional movement costs if zombies are there. So those are some of the major differences that you'll see when you transition from Zombicide Black Plague and 2nd edition. I hope you found this video helpful in seeing the differences. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on board games, video games, and other fun things. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.